Hey à tout le monde, on est de retour pour une nouvelle enquête de Diorm dans Belle et Noire. Rouge sang, c'est la traduction. Oh. Comment ça peut gicler de même?
All right, gentlemen, take your seats. Let's get this over before lunch. Floyd Rose of the Homicide Squad has decided to take early retirement. We will all miss Floyd and the steely edge he brought to his police work. The department has arranged a wee drink at the Galway Arms to quench the mighty thirst a man gets from 25 years of police work.
25 ans.
Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair.
Hey.
You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing.
Ça c'est bien.
Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Werewolf? Ok. Wow. Y'a rien à me dire? Hey yo! Ok. Il a l'air vraiment pressé
You have
d'avancer.
the address.
It's been all over KGPL. It's off Temple Street, between Belmont and Glendale.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the newspaper.
Oui, c'est moi. T'as juste ça à dire.
I think he's a bit of a gangster.
On dit, tu dis rien d'autre. Je suis habitué de l'autre qui fait tout le temps des jokes, mais là. Ok, j'imagine. Non, c'est pas toi qui embarque là. C'est toi qui conduis.
What happened to Rose?
Parker wants the chief's job. Word is it's either going to be him or Thad Green. So they're both clearing the decks.
Where does that leave you, Galloway?
Leaves me saddled with a chump like you, Phelps. I didn't ask for you, and I don't want you, so keep it to yourself. See if you can learn something about seeing how a real cop operates.
What did he mean by the werewolf?
Medallion.
Fait comme si.
The
Ah,
Daily
le
News
Dahlia.
came out calling him the werewolf killer. The Examiner came up with the Black Dahlia.
You any closer to catching him?
Not a chance. 6 months and hundreds of guys running down leads, and we got nothing.
I think this has anything to do with it.
No, I don't. 90% of murders are domestic, folks. Some guy gets into a beef with his wife, he takes it too far. This would be the same. But cutting someone in half and leaving them off the sidewalk, that's a one-off.
Why
Je sais
so many
pas.
women this year?
Because of the war. You should know that. Guy gets to kill people every day in combat. Comes home, he's expected to take lip from his wife. What do you think's gonna happen?
It's that simple.
Like I said, most of the time it is.
Ok, c'est juste parce que 90% des cas que t'as fait, c'est ça. On a déduit que c'était ça. Écoute, je voudrais pas juger son jugement, mais s'il dit c'est lui le professionnel, mais je suis sceptique. Oh, hey,
How
oh!
about a scoop for the Examiner, Galloway? You could use some good press.
Another tramp, another message. Is the werewolf back in business, boys?
Do you have a mother,
on.
asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman? Let us do our job, and Detective Galloway will give you a statement
Job.
later.
He's good, Rusty. He even sounds genuine.
That's Phelps, guys. The war hero. Defending the honor of murdered humps.
You're used to it, Phelps. Moving along, guys. You got your pictures, you got your headlines. Now scram.
Wow, ils sont vraiment ordinaires, ces journalistes-là. Un peu de respect, quand même. Eh boy, ça a marché. Oh, hey, censuré, mais... YouTube! Désolé, YouTube. On dirait bien que c'est... Ouais.
Patrolman, this your beat?
Yes, sir. Well, part of it. Kids park here, they use it like a lover's lane. It's a working neighborhood. Some trouble, but nothing like this. It's known locally as the Moors.
You were first on the scene?
Yes, detective.
No one's disturbed the body?
No, sir. We cleared out them vulture reporters so Pinker and the coroner could work. They're waiting to talk to you.
Go house to house and see what you come up with.
Bon. Avant d'aller voir le légiste, je crois que je vais regarder les indices. L'indice. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Ah. La sacoche peut-être?
The victim's bag?
Ouais, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Rouge à lèvres. Faut observer.
Looks brand new. Can't be the one used on the body.
Classic. Cartel. Ok. Et. Tu veux dire que le gars s'en est servi pour écrire sur son corps? C'est ça que tu veux dire? Ça, c'est sûrement rien. Wow. Eh boy, la modélisation de la brosse. Absolument rien. Ok. Est-ce qu'on a d'autres avant d'aller voir le corps un peu trop nu de la madame? Qu'est-ce que...
Looks like some kind of puzzle or parlor game.
Puzzle! J'aime les puzzles. Sauf qu'elle a un petit peu simple. Comme ça. Pourquoi je fais ça comme ça? Me complique la vie. Est-ce que le bas se tourne? Attends là. Ok. Ah, ça fait clic. Ça. Et comme ça. La Bamba, propriété du Bamba Club. Eh boy.
The Bamba Club. Why steal a table lighter?
Table lighter? Ok. J'aimerais bien ça avoir un lighter de même, mais c'est un lighter de table en fait. Pas que j'aurais besoin d'un lighter en particulier. Pourquoi il y a des plaques d'immatriculation à terre? En tout cas, y a-tu d'autres... Hein? Ouf. Tu vas vraiment examiner cette cigarette-là? Non. Un petit papier à quelque part. C'est ça l'affaire. Jouer en noir et blanc. Ça fait qu'on voit pas tout. Ah. Ah. La taille des chaussures. Ok, ils ont utilisé de la pâte là.
Men's size 8s. Pinker lifted impressions for me to compare back at the lab.
Et font-ils encore ça de nos jours? Mettre de la pâte dans l'empreinte puis... Ok. Bon, eh bien, attention YouTube. On va aller voir le corps de la femme.
Has the scene been secured?
Patrolman Houlihan saw to it. The victim's personal effects are still where they fell.
Ok. On va faire ça rapidement.
Cause of death?
Could be the head injuries. She has been badly stalked.
Ugh.
Cuts look superficial.
Oh my god!
Caused the blunt force injury to the face.
Could be anything from a baseball bat to a lug wrench. I'll have more details after the autopsy.
Oh, le petit son qui vient avec. Génial. Quelqu'un il a écrit plein d'affaires dessus. Il lui a pilé dessus. Il y a des traces de... Hein? Ok, on passe à... Ah, quelqu'un il a écrit des injures dessus, ça. Hein? Ah!
What about this wound on the finger?
Something
Blague?
removed,
Une bague?
A ring, most likely. I assume it was taken post-mortem.
Les ongles toutes cassées. Ugh. Ok, on a assez
The
vu.
writing on the victim mean?
BD, like Dahlia, Tex. Your guess is as good as mine.
Ouais.
Could be something to it, or it could be the killers trying to throw you off the scent. Either way, I'll run tests on the lipstick.
Any idea of the time of death?
Ça a été écrit avec son rouge à
I'd
lèvres.
say after midnight. I'll confirm with you later.
Can we get to the Bamba? Man could die of thirst in a case like this.
Ok, c'est à ça que tu penses? Ouais, j'imagine, on va aller au Bamba. On peut aller par-dessus ça. Wouhou! Hein? T'as-tu vu ça? Ok, j'essaie juste de... Oh, on a... Attends, faut que je fasse ça. Yo, t'as-tu vu ça? Comment là, j'essaie de ramener un petit peu d'humeur ici, là. Le mood, j'essaie de le remettre. Ok.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Ok, toi au moins t'as pas l'air d'être perdu quand tu me réponds, mais quand même. Tu devrais suivre l'enquête toi aussi, c'est évident.
The werewolf? For my money, a copycat.
We can't rule it out. We need to work the evidence.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? A big head to hang on your wall. Caller of the decade. You've been working evidence on
Pas
BD
vraiment
case
ça.
for 6 months and got nicked.
There's a difference, Rusty.
Oh, yeah?
I just started working it today.
Okay, oddshot. What's more likely? The werewolf comes back around, leaving us alone in the court?
He clearly has a thing for power. Power over women. Why not power over the police department as well?
Let me finish, fellas. A guy opens his mouth again after 6 months of stewing. Some opportunist who's been reading about the BD figures, he'll rip off the ammo and get himself a freebie.
That's not totally fantastic.
Well, the Examiner and the Daily News might be getting coming up in monitors, but they're terrible for police work. There's a reason we didn't get the son of a bitch after the short murder. It was them, locusts.
Where do you think the werewolf killer is now?
Dead by his own hand, stationed somewhere else with the armed forces. San Quentin, another town, another country, who knows? So, Phillips, I understand you want to turn this into a big case, but it doesn't work like that, right? A case will come and find you. You can't make it something it ain't, understand?
So you don't think the werewolf has continued to operate in the Los Angeles area?
No chance. We would have found him.
Ou pas. Peut-être qu'il vous nargue. En tout cas. Le Bamba Club, 9h54. Bamba. Ils ont l'air conditionnés. On va là. Ouh.
Gentlemen,
Des bambous partout.
what can I get you?
Bamba.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Were you working here last night?
Yes. How can I help, officer?
You can start with your name.
Garrett Mason.
You're the regular bartender on nights?
I'm a temporary barman. I work for an agency.
Oh,
I fill in at
le
bars
gars.
across town.
Do you remember a woman who came in here last night? 5'7", about 110 pounds, blonde hair, about 40 years of age.
You mean Celine Henry?
Oh.
Yes. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. But the owner, Mr. McCall, serves her most nights. Would you like to speak to him?
I would.
He sits at the back of the club. Wears a hibiscus. You can't miss him. Is there anything else?
Fire away, Phelps. I'll stay here. I'm a little parched. Pour me 3 fingers of rye.
Ok. Ok. Ah, il y a de la radio un petit peu.
You going to pay for that?
Je pense pas qu'il va payer.
House officer.
C'est la maison qui regarde.
Pour me another.
T'es en train de mettre ça sur moi. Oh, sûrement lui, hein?
Detective Phelps, LAPD. We're investigating the
What?
murder of Celine Henry. Do you know her?
Celine? Oh, Christ. Sure I know her. She and I and Jacob, her husband, we go way back.
She was here last night?
Sure, she's a regular. Celine was a lovely woman.
Ok. J'ai pas l'impression qu'il va nous mentir, lui. Suspect perçu avec la victime.
Was Mrs. Henry here with anyone last night?
Not at first. Celine already had quite a head start.
But she attracted attention?
Certainly. A few gentlemen became very enamored with her and her stories. One guy in particular.
Ok, non, je vois pas.
You know him?
No.
Vérité.
He's been in a couple of times.
Did they leave together?
Yes. At around 11. If it helps, I made the guy's license plate.
Wow! Tu y faisais vraiment pas confiance, hein? On ici. 2B, 800.
I think this could be a great help, sir. Thank you.
Oh, j'ai eu un achievement juste pour ça. Ok, non, c'est... Ok, try... Pourquoi il y a de la musique dans ton bar? Ok. Merci beaucoup. On va continuer à parler. Anneau volé à la victime.
Mrs. Henry appeared to be missing a ring, torn from her finger, but not her wedding finger.
Celine always wore a red garnet ring on the large side. Larger than life, like Celine herself.
Did she have it a long time?
Sure. Since way back in her flying days.
Did her husband buy it for her?
No, it was before Jacob.
Oh, tu regardes un petit peu ailleurs? Hein? Est-ce que c'est toi qui as offert la bague? Doute.
I think you know where the ring came from, and I think you're gonna tell me.
Okay, I bought it years ago. I carried a torch for Celine in those days.
Hmm.
Yes, I always have. Her old man never knew about it.
Ok. Lien avec le mari?
You know the husband?
Sure, I know Jacob. He was in the Corps. He met Celine on a furlough and married her when the war was finished. Put up with a load of shit.
Do you think he killed his wife?
No. No, not in my opinion.
T'es sûr? On y regarde ailleurs. J'ai des doutes. Peut-être que tu penses que oui. J'ai des doutes.
So if it wasn't Jacob, then you probably let her out of here with the guy who killed her. How do you feel about that?
Stow the attitude, will ya? I tried to get onto Jacob. I rang him up. Asked him to come pick her up like usual. But he refused.
Pourquoi il s'est passé quelque chose?
She picked some night to push him over the edge.
Oh.
I rang him back around 11:30, but got no answer.
Ok.
Thanks, Mr. McCall. You've been a big help. One more thing. Would you have an address for Celine?
142 North Union Avenue.
Wow.
God knows I had to send her home in enough cabs to remember that.
Ah, pauvre gars. Ok, on va caler. Hey.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, what's the hurry? My stool was just starting to warm up nicely.
Oui, maintenant. Est-ce que je peux prendre ton téléphone ici? Ah, on peut prendre ce téléphone-là. Nice.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, detective?
I need a registered owner on a license plate, 2boy8899.
Yes, detective. I'll need to contact the DMV. Shall I relay the details via KGPL?
Please.
Ouais.
Thanks.
Nous le dirons. De toute façon, il n'y a pas de sel dans cette époque-là. Comment tu veux que je fasse autrement? Ok, bye bye, le bamba. Bamba, bamba. You notre char. Wow, comment on a fait pour se parker là? Police, right. Hey, t'es déjà dans le char.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Au domicile des Henry. Of course. C'est l'autre adresse que j'ai. Tasse-toi.
You find the booze helps you get through a working day?
Sharpens my investigatory instincts, Phillips.
A smart lawyer might use that to throw out anything you collect.
Smart man might know it's unwise to stand between the patient and his medicine.
As long as you're not falling over, Rusty, I'll let it slide.
That's mighty kind of you, Phelps. You know, you picked the wrong job with a healthy thirst for friendship.
We owe it to this city to do the best we can in this position. As homicide detectives, that responsibility is all the more serious.
Always the politician.
It's not political, it's practical. Maybe the men combing Hollywood Boulevard after the Elizabeth Short murder were more interested in sniffing out booze than the clues that would have led to her killer.
Yeah, well, if only you'd been there, choir boy. Betty Short would be alive, the Japs would have spared Pearl Harbor, our ancestors wouldn't have tasted the forbidden fruit.
Minor syntactical error, Detective Galloway. I never claimed to be able to prevent crimes. I only suggested a proficiency in solving them. Guess that's the drink slowing you down.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Brother, oh brother. Worse than I could ever have imagined.
Ouais, Caulfield, des fois, est un petit peu trop... Domicile des Henry. 10h15? 10h11? Allons-y. Takashin. C'est comme bungalow.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que tu fais s'il n'y a pas de porte arrière? C'est quoi qui se passe à l'intérieur? Oh! Oh! Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Coucou.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Bon, c'est l'heure de... Oh, en fait, c'est l'heure d'une cinématique. Une famille... Une famille décide dans un incendie. La police n'écarte pas la thèse criminelle. Oh, ok.
You said I had to go back, Doctor.
The fires are cathartic. They allow you to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have prescribed?
You said the house would be empty. I heard them screaming.
Circumstances were unfortunate.
Come on!
My colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty. You're killing me.
The deaths were unfortunate. But you have dealt with death before.
Tu me niaises. Tu le fournis en drogue
You said the house would be empty.
et tu lui fais brûler des maisons.
Find peace.
Écoute, tu t'attendais. C'est sûr que le gars va être perturbé. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Il y a une histoire de drogue à cette heure, il y a des histoires de maisons brûlées. Ok. Bon. 5 de 13, ok. Est-ce qu'on va regarder en premier? Attends un petit peu. La cuisine? Non, la salle à manger. En tout cas, c'est une salle à manger. Quoi? Les lunettes. Ah, d'aviateur, oui, elle était pilote.
Optimistic, Cole.
Ouais. Oh. Rien ici. Quoi? Clé. Clé de quoi?
I don't think this is going to help us.
Ok, Phelps, si tu le dis. Oh boy, ça saoule en tabarouette ici. C'est quoi le disque? Du jazz? My god. C'est sombre. C'est pas une salle à dîner, ça. C'est ça que c'est une salle à dîner. Pourquoi il y a un peignoir à terre? La chambre. Coucou. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? C'est un téléphone. Ça a été pété, effectivement. Est-ce qu'on peut rassembler les morceaux pour savoir d'où ça vient?
Burglar used the pry bar. Why did you kick the door in?
You think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit? You got another thing coming, Buster.
Ah, effectivement. Pièce d'épicerie. Si tu dessoules, tu peux venir me retrouver à l'appartement 2. 1050 blablabla. Cet endroit-là. Jacob.
Celine and Jacob are obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Fait qu'elle arrêtait pas de se saouler.
Still weighs against it being the husband, but Jacob could give us something to go on.
Okay.
One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Call in burglary and get technical services out here. I'll talk to the neighbors.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I'll get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Oh, soulier. Taille 9.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for a suspected 459 at 142 North Union.
Oui. T'as fait ta job, bravo. Bon, on va y aller. Là, ici. Quoi? Ah, bah ouais, ok. C'est quoi ça? Oh, c'est un séchoir. Cuit de génie. Aïe. Y'a rien de nettoyé ici. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, la bague. Compagnie.
This stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
Et tout. Quelqu'un a volé juste la bague, mais elle l'avait au doigt, non?
A regular Amelia Earhart per day. The ring looks distinctive.
Tabarouette, méchante bague. C'est ça qui a été volé? Je vais aller parler aux voisins maintenant. Eh bébé. Où sont les voisins? 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 Quel voisin? Il n'y a pas de voisin de sortie. On va aller cogner à cette porte-là. Oh, il y a quelqu'un. Avec un char dans sa cour. What? Pourquoi tu te parques là?
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Oh, qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan! Jennifer Horgan. I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our
Okay.
children grew up together. What's
des
going on,
enfants?
officer?
Did you see Mrs. Henry go out last night?
Well, I'm no busybody, you understand, but Celine had been drinking. And she and poor, long-suffering Jacob had a terrible row. I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Poor Jacob.
Did he come back?
No.
Vraiment, c'est lui qui a donné un œil.
Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up.
Okay.
What is this about, officer? Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered, ma'am.
Murdered?
Je vous dis ça de même.
Oh my God. I'm afraid I need to go and sit down.
You do that. Désolé de vous annoncer ça comme ça. On va aller à l'appartement de Jacob. Le pauvre Jacob qui donne des œils au beurre noir. Attends, c'est-tu Jacob qui a un œil au beurre noir ou c'est elle?
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
Effectivement,
Can you
je
drive
crois
to
pas
this
non
one?
plus. Appartement de Jacob Henry.
Where are we headed?
On vient tout juste d'en parler. Eh là là.
Jacob Henry had a violent argument with his wife last night. He's looking more and more likely.
For my money, the broad keeps the house looking like that, so you probably deserve it. Skipper says bring him in. Keep the hats off their backs a little.
Fine by me.
So it ain't the werewolf killer after all. Good to see you come to your senses, Cole.
I always said work the evidence. I only stipulated a connection to the BD killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. As far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Tu dis? Appartement de Jacob Henry.
Okay, Phelps, you're
10h24.
going hard. Follow my lead.
Ok. J'ai mon gun. Peux-tu tirer?
You Jacob Henry?
Yeah. Who's asking?
LAPD. You're under arrest for the murder of your wife, Celine Henry.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh, my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Honnêtement, si j'étais à sa place, je réagirais un peu pareil. Ouais, vous débarquez, vous m'annoncez qu'elle est morte, comment je dois réagir?
I get even the slightest hint that you're a flight risk, pal.
Wow. Ah, wow, oui, on faisait ça. Classique. Merci. Merci pour the... ok. The offer? Pourquoi tu dis ça? Come on. I need you to do something about my wife. T'as engagé quelqu'un pour la tuer?
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Attends, j'espère que c'est pas ce que je pense. Shoes. Là, j'ai shoes. Est-ce que je vais là? Non, attends. Ah, ok, ouais, ça s'ouvre. Bon. Hey, des gros souliers. Est-ce que c'est les souliers du meurtrier? 11. Non, c'est taille 8. Pourquoi tu dis du 45? C'est 11. Bon, ok. Nous, au Québec, on utilise les mêmes pointures que l'Amérique. Est-ce que ça m'a donné un indice, ça? Bon, on va te parler. Ça tombe bien, il y a une chaise juste devant. Déplacement de la victime.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night, Jacob?
Bar, I suppose. Look, I don't know.
Ah, mais tu dois le savoir.
You know where she went, Jacob. You're lying. Why would I help you if you keep lying to me?
Look, I'm telling you, I don't
Oui,
know.
tu t'es battu avec. Attends. J'ai de quoi pour ça? Le propriétaire du club déclare avoir téléphoné à Jacob Henry plusieurs fois la nuit du meurtre. T'étais même pas là?
You know she went to the Bomber Club.
The bartender there. He calls me if things are getting out of hand, and
Oui,
I
tu
go
savais qu'il était allé
and I
au...
bring her home.
Mais tu l'as pas fait.
He called me last night. I said no. Phone rang a couple more times after that. I ignored it.
Ah.
I'm gonna have to live with that.
Et ouch. Dernier contact avec la victime.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night. I went to see her. We talked.
Il sentait juste mal de nous dire la vérité.
Got a little out of hand. I left.
Ouais. Ça a l'air d'être pas mal ça.
You don't remember what time you last saw your wife alive?
Look, I'm sorry. I left. Maybe 9 p.m. Might have been a little later, but right around 9.
Ok, motif de meurtre. Parce que j'ai trouvé une note.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
C'est faux. Je viens de trouver une note. J'espère que ça l'a enregistré.
I don't believe you, Jacob. I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had someone else do it.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
Non, c'est pas ça. Ça. Décalage du... Ça l'a enregistré finalement.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was trying to have her committed.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your troubles.
Kill my own wife?
She was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse, Jacob.
Wow! Hey, j'ai rien à voir là-dedans, moi. Ow! Comment qu'on se défend, déjà?
Doesn't look good for you, Jacob.
Mais voyons. La manette marche pas. Je me défends. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé?
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
Oh my god. Frappe, frappe, frappe. À moins que...
You're awful hot under the collar for an innocent man, Mr. Henry.
Oh my god, fallait que je maintienne mon piton L2 enfoncé. Je m'en rappelle plus. Ça fait des mois de ça. Comment? Hey, j'ai récupéré mon chapeau.
Call it in and get a squad car dispatched. And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Ok. Au moins, j'ai récupéré mon chapeau, donc tout va bien. Oh là là. Hello?
Operator, message for KGPL.
What are you doing now?
Putting you through now.
Phelps, batch
Hey, des
1247.
cornflakes.
I need a patrol unit to transport a suspect back to Central.
Certainly, Detective.
Tout ça pour calmer la presse.
Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers.
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy.
Okay.
Several wounds to the head from a blunt metal instrument.
On n'a pas trouvé.
Match would be a socket wrench handle.
So the cause of death was the blunt.
No, the blows to the head surprisingly were not fatal. Death was from hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc.
Okay.
Operator, give me R&I. Any word on an owner for that vehicle? License was 2boy8899.
Yes, Detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez of 402 South Fremont Street, apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
Message?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects returned to Central. Interviews to be set up immediately.
Got it. We're coming in.
Tout le monde. De même. Ce n'est que partie remise, monsieur. Sérieux, quelqu'un insulterait ma femme, je pense que je réagirais pareil. Colin. Non, 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 non.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where exactly are we going?
Je pense qu'on va aller au commissariat en premier. Pour être sûr de tout avoir quand on arrive chez Mendes. La petite marche.
Brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Ah bon? Ok. On n'a pas d'heure. En tout cas, c'est clair que ouais, c'est le police station. Salut.
We have a firm lead, Captain.
Are you questioning my judgment, Cole Phelps?
No, sir.
No.
Good. I thought not. Jacob Henry is a sub-sister pushed around by his wife. I think with the right kind of persuasion, he might be prepared to seek absolution. Are you prepared to show him the error of his ways, young Phelps?
I don't think he's our man. Galloway agrees with me.
Don't drag me into this.
Rusty is a practical policeman. A bird in hand is always worth two in the bush. Let's liberate a confession from poor Jacob, and the public will sleep easier tonight. Run along now, Phelps. I've warmed them up nicely for you.
T'es sérieux? Tu y as parlé juste avant?
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all fair in love and war.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a dit? En tout cas. Ah! Allô, allô, allô.
Doesn't look good, Jacob. You're in a big jam here. You lie to me, and I can't help you out. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Oh boy. C'est pas mal de coups d'en face. Accès à l'arme du crime.
What do you do for work, Jacob?
I'm a mechanic. Engines, differentials, transmissions, that kind of stuff.
So you have access to tools?
Yes, I do.
Your wife was brutally beaten with a socket wrench handle, then stomped to death. How do you think that looks, Jacob?
I was home in bed.
Uh-huh. On va checker ça avant.
You're full of shit, Jacob. The truth is you hated that bitch. You followed her and dragged her into the car and then took her out to the moors. She woke up and you smashed her face in with a socket wrench.
No.
And then you stomped her. You stomped her because she's a drunken whore and she treated you like shit. You stomped her for all the years you had to take it. You stomped her because you are such a weak fucking sister, Jacob, and you wanted to erase all memory of it. Go on. Try to deny it.
I was at home. I should have gone to her at the bar, but I didn't. You can't prove I wasn't home.
Non, c'est vrai, t'étais pas... Mais c'est vrai que quand ils ont essayé de t'appeler, plusieurs fois la nuit du... Moi, il t'a appelé plusieurs fois, mais ça répondait pas. Donc, ça marche mal. T'as répondu la première fois, mais les autres fois, hein.
I can. The bar owner, McCall, gave you up. He called your house right at the time that someone was smashing Celine's skull in and got no answer. If we find that socket wrench, you're gonna fry. Get it off your chest. Tell me you killed her.
I killed her, all right. I killed her dreams. She was an aviator, famous in her day, flying around up there like a bird. But she never wanted to come back down. You know, my pop was a sod farmer, dirt poor. I joined the Corps, trained to be a mechanic. I did better than my father did. I worked hard for it. It's all you can ask of a man. But Celine, she never wanted to come down from the clouds. She wanted everything I couldn't give her.
Ouch.
All I had was security. That was never going to be enough.
Ok, ouais, ce que je comprends ici, c'est que on essaye de tout boucher les trous pour que tout fonctionne puis qu'il soit pas accusé. Donc je le pousse, mais je montre des preuves puis lui il me dit les vraies affaires. Je comprends, ok. Et traces de rouge à lèvres sur elle.
You did it. Everything points to you. What does text mean, Jacob?
I don't know what you're talking about.
C'est vrai.
I need a reason to believe you, Jacob.
You want a confession? That's what you want?
That's exactly what we want.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais en arrière,
Seems
toi?
to me there are two types of marriages. First, where the couple love each other equally and everything's roses. And then there's the other, where one person loves the other more than life itself and always puts them first. Chumps like me, who love them no matter what, no matter how badly they behave. That's it. That's my confession. I love my wife. And I'll take any test you got to prove it.
Ok, dégradation de la vie conjugale.
Your marriage was over. You took her in and she threw it back in your face. You didn't go over there to hurt her. It just got out of hand.
It's not how it was.
C'est faux, la madame me l'a dit. Oh my god, tu regardes partout.
You're lying, Jacob. It was falling apart and things got violent.
I'm not lying. I'm telling you how it
La
was.
voisine. Attends. Problèmes conjugaux. Déclare que la victime avait un œil au beurre noir après une dispute avec son mari.
Jenny Horgan says you blackened her eye.
It's all right, Jacob. The DA will understand. In your shoes, I would have done exactly the same thing.
I
Oh
hit
my
her,
god!
all right?
Tabarouette!
I'm not proud of it, but she was coming at me with a frying pan. What would you do? Took it for years, but sometimes a man can only take so much.
Écoute, je sais même pas. C'est pas bien au bout du compte. Faut pas. Faut juste pas, malgré tout. Poil à frire, vraiment? Ouch! Bijou manquant.
Why did you break into your wife's house, Jacob? Why steal the ring?
What? What are you talking about? I've got a key. Why would I need to break in?
C'est effectivement vrai. Qui a
You
pu
took the
entrer
ring
dans ta porte?
because you found out who gave it to her.
What are you talking about?
Her prized garnet ring, given to her by her old boyfriend, Dick McCall.
I never knew that.
Oh, wow!
I lived with that woman for 3 years, and I never knew that. Well, in that case, I think you should be talking to Dick McCall.
We'll do the detective work, lunkhead. Just answer the questions.
I'll see what I can do for you, Jacob. But I'm not promising. It still looks bad for you.
Phelps, you failed me, son.
Comment
We
ça?
have another lead, Captain. This guy Mendez could be our man.
I hope so, Phelps. I really hope so.
Pourquoi tu voulais y
I'm
mettre ça
deeply
sur le dos?
disturbed by your style of police work.
What? Tout d'un coup de même. C'est quoi son problème? Hey! Costume Hawkshaw. Hey, je vais essayer un autre costume, moi. Oh! J'aime le style. Ça me rappelle un peu celui que porte Comment il s'appelle? Léon S. Kennedy. Oui, c'est ça que je fais. On s'en va justement voir Mendez. Tu me parles de l'intérieur du char.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Mendez! Tu viens tout juste de me dire d'y aller. Come on, suis l'enquête, s'il te plaît.
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
Oh, come on! Tu sais, il me semble quand t'as une fille, pourquoi tu voudrais n'importe quoi? Appartement de Mendez, 10h50. Hey, petite toune. Hey, merci pour les copyright strikes. Ah, Mendez, 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Ok, ouais. Ok, je l'ai vu.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop.
Oui, c'est moi. Bon, attends, ça marche comment, ça? Au 4e étage, c'est l'appartement 16. Ça n'a pas de sens. En tout cas. Pour des buildings, ça marche de même. Oh, allons à l'étage 4. Appartement 16. Ça marche pas dans ma tête. Ok. Coucou. Alors, attends, là, je viens de défoncer la porte. Ouh, sweet. On va commencer par ça. Coucou. Quelqu'un est parti par la fenêtre. Wow! Je pense que c'est plein de sang, ça, non? Ouais. Oh, God.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
Lipstick aussi. Utilisé.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
Ok. What's autre chose?
The murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives? LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Oh, hey.
Stop right there.
Mendez, attends. Mendez. C'est vrai, pourquoi il les a pas jetés? Je peux sauter? Non, ok.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo.
Oui, moi aussi je sais faire ça, oui! C'est un petit peu un cul-de-sac. Qu'est-ce que tu... Ah, tu me niaises-tu? Ça marche pas, ça. Mes mains seraient poignées dans toutes les... Oh my god, non! Non, je veux pas conduire. On va pogner un accident. T'es où? Oh, il est là. Lance-toi! Pourquoi il a couru direct devant mon char de police qui a une sirène? Oh. Viens ici. J'ai dit. Oh my god. Où est-ce qu'il s'en va? Viens ici, man.
I got an idea. Get up next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch.
Ouais, attends. Ok, restez à gauche du pare-choc arrière du véhicule du suspect pour les permettre de tirer. Ok. Keep it safe, drive safely. Oups. Quel char, hein?
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Je peux être moins proche que ça? Come on, tire. C'est le premier qui fait ça. Ouais. Mais c'est zéro les... Soit tu sais pas viser, soit tu vises vraiment pas ce que tu dis. Les roues sont...
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Show me your hands.
Show me the meaning of being lonely. Ah, j'espère que j'ai trouvé tout... Wow.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Ok, mais ça me paraît un peu évident. Même trop facilement évident.
You did a grand job, lads.
Tu dis? Gros sourire.
Quite a way to acquit yourself in your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
Oh. Bon, voyons voir. C'est sûr que j'ai manqué des choses. Ah, 18 de 19, vraiment? Hey! Libre, Jacob Henry peut à présent faire le deuil de sa femme tandis que Mendez attend la visite du procureur en cellule. Oui? Dégâts matériels 20$. Ouh. Hey! Bon, évidemment, le jeu a planté quand j'étais en train de faire ma finale, c'est n'importe quoi. Je sais pas s'il va falloir que je recommence, mais... En tout cas, on a réussi! Donc, merci d'avoir été là. Faites un like, abonnez-vous, tout le tralala, puis on se voit pour un prochain épisode. Bye!